Welcome to Pat's Soundbytes IGTV. Keeping new music alive is what I do on the radio and now on video. Conducting live chats with the artists and learning the stories behind their latest release and also playing their new video. Special thanks today to my sponsor Go-Go Tuners for all guitar players looking for a focus on ease of use, readability, durability, and accuracy. Look no further. The Go-Go Tuner is the choice of many touring professionals and a favorite of casual players. Go-Go's signature green you're in and red you're out screen makes tuning quick and easy. For more information, go to the website at gogotuners.com. Special thanks to WBXO Classic Rock Radio Redefined, allowing me to keep new music alive on the radio airways on the Pat Show every Sunday from 5 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Only on WBXO Classic Rock Redefined. And a big thank you to Mr. Evan Balzer for allowing me to use his amazing instrumental that you're hearing right now. It's called Trails. To find out more incredible music by Evan, go to his website at evanbalzer.com. And my special guests today, well, 2 out of the 4 members of the all-female rock band Plush, Brooke Colucci and Mariah Formica. Plush has just released an incredible rock single and an awesome video for their song Hate, and you gotta go check it out. And when you add Bella Perron on guitar and Ashley Suppa on bass, you got seasoned rockin' veterans here. Don't be fooled by the name. I talked to Brooke and Mariah about the band, the track, touring, and a whole lot more right here on Pat Soundbytes IGTV. Hey, live on Pat Soundbytes IGTV, keeping new music alive, rocking new music alive on the radio and on video here rocking in New York. And speaking of rockers, I got 2 rockers. I might be a little late for the party, but holy crap, thank God I kind of sat back and been a little late. Mariah Formica, did I say that right, Mariah?
Yes, you did.
And Brooke Colucci, did I say that right, Brooke?
You got it.
From the cool rock band Plush. Oh my God, where have I been? Oh my goodness, Mariah, Brooke, congratulations on the single and video that came out in February. I want to say on Pavement and Entertainment. And man, can I wait to put that on my rotation. You guys have generated some great buzz, so I congratulate you both. And of course, we got Bella and Ashley that we cannot forget. That is part of this cool band. Oh my goodness, I know you guys have done a ton of interviews, and I don't want to bore you asking the same damn shit that everybody else is. So I know about the name of the band, and I know how you met. This one's dad called that one's dad. Mariah, let me start with you. Oh my God, the voice. Let me take a breath here. The voice, Miley Cyrus. What question has somebody not asked you that you think they should have asked you by now?
Oh man, I'm not sure.
See that.
That's a good question.
Right? I mean, you guys have been interviewed by everybody but me. Oh my, where have I been?
No, that is a really good question. I don't know why that's like stumping me so bad right now.
No, it's all right. I mean, obviously, folks want to know how the band formed. Mariah, you've been at this since I know 11, was on The Voice on season 13. I mean, how did you even pick that song? You killed it. I'm like, and you didn't win? I mean, come on. Jesus, what's wrong with you? And they're the experts. Come on.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know, man. I love that song. So it was one of the options, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh. Because they have like a list and you can send in, what you would prefer to do, but the ultimate decision is the producer's choice. And that was one of the songs that I sent in, and they picked that. So I was very grateful that they did.
Yeah, no, you crushed it. And I know I've watched the show a few times. I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan. And I've
Yeah.
talked to a few other folks that have been on that and American Idol. And, nobody from The Voice, if you're not aware, nobody from The Voice has ever made like a number one. I mean, you look at American Idol, you got Carrie Underwood, Chris Daughtry, and I'm missing a few others that have, signed a label, had a number one, Kelly Clarkson. But I don't know what it is with The Voice that folks have made it or been selected as The Voice. And I don't know. But you killed it. Good for you. You got great exposure. Before we jump to Rock Angel Brooke here, oh my goodness, I'm sweating. You guys are killing me. Moriah, tell me what was that experience? How did that experience help you carve your path to where you are today? Obviously you were a lot younger, so.
Yeah. So it really, really helped me. First of all, it really helped me realize that, I don't ever want to do the TV avenue again, but not in a bad way. Like, it was a great experience, don't get me wrong. Like, I literally met amazing people, learned amazing skills that I will keep with me for the rest of my life. But I think one of the biggest things that it helped me to realize that has brought me to where I am right now is it really helped me have a newfound confidence in myself and just validated who I am as an artist. Like, I am a rocker, that's it, nothing else.
I love that answer.
The show just really, really helped me solidify that and helped me realize, like, okay, it's okay to be who you are. Because I was feeling really discouraged after I got eliminated, and I was like, well, maybe it's just because rock isn't hot right now. Like, do I have to do the stupid mainstream thing? And then I was like, you know what? No, like, just be who you are. And I did the mainstream thing for like 2 months, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm not fake. I can't do this. And ever since I've reclaimed and restated, it's almost like I renewed my vows to rock and roll. Ever since I did that, I've just been so happy. And Plush came about, and so it's just, so yeah, that was a very long answer, but that is just a little bit of how the show has helped me with where I am right now.
I love that answer, and I can hug you. And don't change for goddamn nobody. You continue to be yourself. Do not change. People tell me, oh, you don't got a radio voice, you got this. Bite me. I'm hanging out with Billy Gibbons and Alice Cooper and Lizzie Hale. I could care what anybody thinks. I'm in a driver's seat. I got a podcast with 50,000 crazy squid survivors. Pat Calamari. I mean, come on. You can't. I'm introducing bands at Daryl's house. Come on. Are you kidding me? Screw the people, Moriah. You rock, and you keep rocking. Speaking of rocking, my goodness, Brooke, I could watch it. They look at you two, both of you beautiful ladies, and Brooke, I mean, Metallica, Godsmack, Tool. I mean, whoa, wait, slow down here. And then I am so pissed at COVID. I wanted to go to NAMM last year, and so no, I mean your Brooke C drum channel is a killer. Oh my goodness. I get to, Carmen Appice calls me every Thursday. The great Carmen Appice, who actually Led Zeppelin opened up, that taught John Bottom. Could you imagine? I talk to Carmine every day. Who got you into the drums? Who's your favorite drummer? How did it all start for you, Brooke?
So I actually got into drumming because I went to a birthday party when I was like 5, 6, and it was rock and roll themed. And they had musicians come and they brought their instruments. So each kid at the party got to try out every instrument. So when I sat behind the kit, I just fell in love. And I went home asking my parents, because my friend's birthday was at the beginning of December. So I asked for a drum kit for Christmas. And my parents, they got me a drum kit for Christmas and
a pair of headphones. Like, okay, oh my God, she's gonna be banging on this thing.
They've always been super supportive, and my dad, he would also always show me the Godsmack, the drum battle that they do live, Batalla de los Tambores.
Gotta love that.
Oh my God, yes. I loved that as a kid, so that was a really big influence for me too.
That is so cool. And you got to have great family and support. And I know you both have that preparing for my chat with you guys today. And I think that is great. I tell my kids, there's nothing you can't do. You want to do it, it's there for you. It's how bad you want it that, you know, you can't get, you know, failure is good. People like, well, you didn't like Mariah, you know, you didn't win. You felt like a piece of like, but on the other hand is, you know what? I'm kicking the doors down. I'm taking names. Do you prefer, you had an EP, solo EP.
Yeah.
Was the goal always like, man, I want to be in a band. I want to hang out with, I want to rock and be in a band. That was your pretty much intent where you're at today, right?
Yeah, that was 100% always my end goal, you know, from the time I was little, you know, because all the artists that I looked up to, they were all bands, you know, it was never like, oh, so-and-so here or so-and-so. It was, I always looked up to bands, you know, and I just always saw myself being a part of a band. And yeah, it was just, because it's just amazing to be able to share, you know, your passion with other members. So, it was something that I just always saw myself doing from the time I was probably like 6 years old.
That is cool. And Brooke, same for you. Like you got behind the kit and going, all right, well, I could be a solo artist and play a lot of kit and drum instrumentals, but obviously inside you're going, I got to put this on YouTube and see where it goes. Did you ever expect? I mean, that's the greatness about this whole video. I never thought I'd be doing Zooms. I'm like, what? I'm doing all these phoners, Zoom. And now, you know, the thing could go viral tomorrow. I mean, nobody, you know, like, it's crazy. Did you expect that kind of reaction, Brooke, and exposure?
No, I really didn't. I just put out the videos because, you know, I was playing these songs and I was like, ah, you know, like, let me try putting a cover out there, like, see how it does. But I never expected it to anything like blow up or whatever.
Same story with this wonderful artist, Nikki Stringfield, who I just interviewed probably a month and a half ago. And, you know, she's in Austin, Texas at the time. And she started putting up videos and people started like, you know, she practiced and wasn't into sports and, you know, just got a guitar and said, you know what, I'm going to put up these videos. And you would never, ever think. Now, speaking of videos and covers, so you two get together and then you crush another hard song, Barracuda. How did you select that song, Brooke? I'll start with, now that you're on top and Mariah's on the bottom here. How did you select that song? What did you guys think, saying, all right, we got to rock it?
Yeah, so it was the beginning of quarantine and we were like, ah, you know, like we should definitely like do something. And, you know, since it was, you know, kind of like stay home times and everything, we decided to do a cover and Mariah had suggested Barracuda. And I had actually never played the song before, so I like listened to it, I jammed a little bit, I'm like, yeah, let's do that. Like that song is sick. So but yeah, and then
that is great. And I got Nancy Wilson coming up on an interview, and yeah, I can promise you this, ladies, I'm telling her to go check you guys out. To say, whoa, you are, if you're, I mean, good for her that she put out a solo album and I love it. And I got Nancy hopefully in about a week. So I'm excited. I've interviewed Ann, but I've never interviewed Nancy. So man, am I going to drive her crazy saying, check out this band. I mean, oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Brooke, talk to me about
so
this.
Much.
Oh, my pleasure. Are you kidding? That's my job, is to promote new music and great bands and rockers like you. Tell me about this vocals. I've met Paul Rogers and Mark Slaughter and Glenn Hughes. And I go, you know, as a fan, you go to the shows and you're like, yeah, this is great. But then from a music standpoint, I meet musicians like yourself. And I go, wait a minute, how do you do that? I mean, how do you, Paul Rogers, Bad Company. I'm like, Paul, how do you, are you kidding? Mark Slaughter. and you know, a lot of this.
Yeah.
I know you. If I read Mariah, modern day music. Do you have a vocal coach? You go through a practice. How does that work for you? How do you got them lungs, girl?
I do. I actually have a vocal coach. I actually had the same vocal coach since I was like maybe 10. So I was going to her for like, you know, 8 or 9 years. And then, you know, she had moved on, and I have another vocal coach, but you know, they've all worked in modern day music. And so I do still see vocal coaches. I think that's something that is super important to just have a coach, you know, like, or somebody that you, somebody who can
somebody you
keep
can
you in
tap
check.
into.
Yeah, and somebody who can like keep you in check, and you know, just and help you come up with plans for, you know, certain vocal exercises for endurance, or you know, you want more strength one day or the next day, like just things to preserve your voice. And I think it's so important. And modern day music has been a tremendously huge part in my career, you know, and my growth as a singer, honestly. And still is.
You know, as a fan, we take it for granted. And then you look at drummers like a Phil Collins, who's singing and breathing and enunciating and hitting the right words. And, you know, like, what? You know, I've been
That's
fortunate.
A whole nother level, singing and drumming. Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's like craziness. Like, and even drumming, Brooke, I got to meet a bunch of great, you know, great drummers throughout the country that we all know. Michael Cardelloni of Leonard Skinner, you know, as a fan, we all want to hear Freebird. And Michael's like, man, it's the last song and it's 15-minute marathon. And I said, what's the most important part of a drum kit? So I'll ask you, Brooke, what's the most important piece of a drum kit?
That's that's
such a good question.
Yeah,
I'm excited to hear this.
That before.
Oh, you know the answer. You're just not thinking. The seat. Oh. Your seat, your chair, and where the kid is from you. I mean, when you look at, if you look at the videos like Keith Moon and John Bonham, they're like hammering, jumping out of the chair. They would have to go to a chiropractor today to do like 300 of those shows. Today, you could sit back, Brooke, get a nice cushy chair, and not even have to it's all right there, which is really cool. Right? I mean, for the most part, right? The seat is, if you had a crappy seat that you were sitting on a milk crate, you like freak out. It's like, no way.
Oh my God, yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it's like Mariah having a crappy mic, like the batteries died, and they're like, what? Throw it again, come on. Well, so being a late player to this whole Plush great rock band, I got to see the video in April of Alter Bridge in Isolation with all you guys playing together. Was that like the first time you actually were in a room together? I'll let either one of you answer that.
No, we really started jamming in September of 2020.
Okay.
And yeah, we waited to like announce the band in like late January of 2021, and then we released our single. So we had been jamming for quite a few months before that.
Okay, cool. But it was great to see the video and see the chemistry together wherever you guys recorded that. That was really cool to see actually Bella and Ashley rocking with you guys.
Yeah.
Mariah?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You there?
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, just to see you guys perform and videotape it and send it out to the world to go, we got hate out there, but look what we're really about. Check out the real chemistry here.
Yeah, it was so much fun, honestly. And I was so glad to be, and it was interesting because I didn't think that would be, like one of the first covers that we put out. as a band.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. It was really fun to do. And it was just awesome to see it all come together and be able to see ourselves and, you know, how we're viewed, you know, through the viewer's eyes. So
yeah,
I
just
totally
how they
agree.
look at the band.
Right, exactly.
I think that is so important that everybody can now, we can picture you live on stage. And the big announcement came out. Speaking of Altered Bridge, because I saw a Tremonti on this set list that's coming out on a cruise in next year in February, and a little name called Plush on that lineup. How cool would it be to meet Mark and talk and say, Mark, check out my video of Altered Bridge in isolation? That would be like, that's got to be like the best, man. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be sick. Bella would freak out.
And she's a big fan.
Bella loves Mark Tremonti.
Oh boy, fasten your seatbelts. All right, so we got Hate, which I'm going to play at the end of our chat, which I love. Talk to me about the songwriting process. Was this you and Brooke Moriah? Was this a combination of everybody's input? Somebody writes the lyrics, and then everybody takes a piece of the pie, and you put out this great, great tune?
Yeah, it was, you know, I wrote the lyrics and you know, the guitar and stuff like that. And, you know, Brooke wrote her drums, and it just really came together, you know? It was just like magic. Well, honestly, that sounds so stupid and cheesy and cliche, but I'm not even kidding you. It literally is how it was.
No, it is. You think about it.
Well, because it's different, because it's like when you have a song and you don't fully get the vision, it really is like magic. Because here's the thing, you don't fully get the vision, you only hear what you hear in your head, and then when another member takes it and does something else with it, you're like, holy crap, I didn't even see it that way. And so the way it comes together kind of is like magic, because it's like, whoa, this came out of nowhere. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just builds upon. And I don't care who answers, would you say songwriting is therapeutic for you guys? That, you know, maybe a good I mean, I know you're in your 20s or so, but, you know, bad relationship with some idiot guy or whoever, or things that you've seen, or is it therapeutic, songwriting, for you guys?
100%. 100%. A lot of the time, most of the time, whenever I end up writing songs is when I feel like I just don't have anywhere else to go, you know, with my feelings and stuff like that. And so it is a huge release, and it's really therapeutic to hear, because it's almost like how your heart sounds. It's weird. But yeah, I definitely would say that music is 100% therapeutic.
A way to get it out, right? It's in your head, it's in your heart, and you're using music as the angle to get it out. Brooke, are you writing any songs, or are you part of that whole songwriting deal?
Not really, no. I've kind of dabbled in with writing some lyrics like by myself and everything, but it's not easy for me to like.
You know, you talk to artists, and it's like, you know, how did you come up with this song? And it's always like, out of bed, I woke up and I'm looking for my phone and I record it, and it's like right there, and the whole thing is done. And then there are times that you're in the studio and you're like pulling your hair out of your head. I'm not a musician, as I mentioned before, and I know COVID has been, I mean, as a guy putting new music out there, I didn't love COVID. I love the fact that folks were actually putting out new music. I know it was kind of a double-edged sword. A lot of folks weren't, because they were afraid they couldn't promote it. You know, normally you put out an album and you go on tour and you show everybody that. But now it's good in a way, I would say, girls, because everybody knows who you are, knows Hate. So when you add your other songs to it, and I'll ask you about the EP or an album, nobody's going to run to the bathroom, you know, okay, here's our new song, and everybody goes to take a pee break or get a beer. They all know your music because we've been home listening. So what's the game plan, ladies? Do we have an EP? Do we have an album? Are we taking the little steps? What's the next step for Plush?
We do have an album in the works, and we are actually going down to Nashville next week
Right.
to, yeah, to start tracking down some drums and bass and guitars. So,
Excellent. That's got to be exciting, no?
oh, it's so exciting.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait.
super exciting.
Now this is I mean, I'm sure you got other maybe songs on the shelf that you're willing, looking to really like work on and get them all out there. Mariah?
Oh yeah,
Maybe?
yeah, a ton.
I
Yeah,
don't.
and can you
Okay.
hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead. You're good. You're like on a little bit of a
Oh,
delay,
okay,
but
good,
you're
good,
good.
good. Just
Yeah.
making sure.
Yeah, no, we're just talking about, maybe she just froze up. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us? Well, anyway, it's got to be super exciting to go to Nashville and be able to either track more or record. Who's producing, if I can ask, on the album? Now you're muted, Mariah, on your audio.
Oh my
There you
gosh.
are. There you go.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My Wi-Fi is so embarrassingly bad. It's like, it's ridiculous. That's why I'm on my phone right now too. I've been like trying to get my webcam up and working this whole time, but
That sounds like a new song. My Wi-Fi sucks.
right? Oh my gosh, right? I'm gonna scream it at the top of my lungs. But yeah, so Johnny K is actually producing this album.
Oh, Disturbed, right? Well, didn't he
Yeah,
do
yeah, and
yeah.
and he produced Hate as well. So and I love, we love working with him. He is just amazing, and he's a genius, and he really, helps bring the songs to life. So
And makes you probably a better artist. Like, hey, you could do better this way, or do it this way, or do it that way. I would think a producer's got to be a great listener and got not influence you too much with what's in their head, but know what you're trying to create and support. Right? Would you say?
Right.
Would you agree?
Oh yeah, 100%. And they, he really helps me to, hey, try this or try that. Like just different, like you were saying, like just different ways to achieve the vision, for the song. So, super important to have a really good producer that shares the same vision.
Yeah, no, you got to have the chemistry with the producer that understands everybody, how important their role is, and to help you improve as an artist.
Definitely.
That could show you something that you, like you said before, I would have never thought of hitting that note or enunciating those words, or Brooke hitting the tom a certain way, or start the song with the drums compared to, jumping into a guitar riff. So no, I think that is really cool. One tour that I saw, and I'm waiting, I got my fingers crossed to talk to another rocker named Amy Lee. And I already met Lizzie in Hailstone last year, or a year and a half ago, with Alice Cooper. But Hailstone and I can't even think of Amber's band. Evanescence. They need Plush to open up for those two bands. Now that would be
that would be a dream come true.
So I got to talk to Nancy Wilson to make sure she endorses and loves everything you guys do. And then I got to tell Amy, oh my God, would you get these four ladies to open up for you guys? I know Lizzie would be all into it. Lizzie, come on, all you freaks. I mean, she would be going crazy. She would be going crazy. I know she would, if she could do it. I pray that you guys could get out there and rock. Where can everybody, Brooke, where can everybody purchase this? And I want everybody to purchase and buy the album, so when you see these guys, they can autograph it. Screw that Spotify crap. You can't autograph Spotify. Brooke, where can everybody purchase Hate at this point in time?
So at this point, for like a hard copy, like CD, it's on our website. Which
Plush
is
Rocks, right? Plushrocks.net.
.net, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, plushrocks.net. And you can follow us on Instagram at Plush Rocks, Facebook, Plush Official. And
And
yeah.
YouTube, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah.
But you
Yes.
gotta buy it. You gotta buy it so they can autograph it. None of this Spotify crap. I can't deal with that. I gotta hold on to something. I'm a dinosaur. I like to open up something, look at the liner notes, understand who wrote the song, who produced it, where it was recording, and stuff like that. So besides
Right.
what was announced today for next February on a cool boat, I've been down. That was like one of my first cruises down to Belize and all that, which was really cool. My wife and I had
Mine too.
I want to go on a rock cruise, like a Monsters of Rock cruise. My wife would be like getting a tan, but I'd be like going crazy. I'm like, oh my God, it'd be so cool. So what is it? Is there a plan? Is there an early plan besides Pat telling Amy to get you on a tour for this year down the road once we get rid of the diapers that are on our faces and get vaccinated and all that? What's the plan, ladies? Who's jumping in? Go ahead, Mariah.
Yeah, we do actually have some really exciting things coming up that we can't necessarily talk about right now, but we have a lot of really cool things. We do have, plan on touring, and, we have a lot of shows too.
Well, you know where to find me in the wonderful, beautiful, great state of New York that I know you guys, I think you're familiar with a little bit. And if you got something new and a new video or whatever you're doing, you holler. Once we get our radio station back up and running in a studio, I'd love to have you come on in. In the meantime, we're going to promote this out on all my socials, and I'll definitely send it to John and Mark and get it out there on yours. And we're going to play Hate in about 30 seconds, ladies. I hope you enjoyed the craziness that I bring. Pat Calamari here on WBXO and Squid TV. I mean, come on. You guys like squid? You like appetizers? Do you eat squid?
I love calamari.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh, yeah. We got to get you to Daryl's house is what we need to do over in Pauling, New York, so I can introduce you. Or maybe the Chance over here in Poughkeepsie. Well, we'll have to all figure it out. Or Albany, the Palace in Albany, or wherever we need to go. But,
Yes.
ladies, I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as I have, and I didn't drive you crazy.
For sure. No, for sure. It was so much fun, and I literally love your energy. And thank you so much for having us. Seriously.
Yes, thank you so much. It was fun.
Love you guys. Send my best to Bellas and my best to Ashley. We got to get them on here the next time for the next single. You let me know. And the next video. It's time to rock with these ladies. They are rockers. Time to rock a little hate. Hit the subscribe button. Buy it today right here on Pat's Soundbytes IGTV.